The US government requested Albania, Kosovo and North Macedonia whether they could serve as transit countries for a certain number of Afghan immigrants whose final destination is the United States. So, how did Albania react to this request? In his interview for the BBC News, the Albanian Prime Minister Edi Rama stated the reasons why Albania has agreed to provide shelter for Afghans heading to the US.
Because it's about who we are. Albania was the only country in Europe that had more Jews after the war than before the war. And the reason was that we have in Albania a code of honor that tells everyone that the biggest shame in life is to give up your guest. So the Jews here were sheltered, and it's one of our most beautiful pages in history. Secondly, we were Afghans a few decades ago when we escaped from Albania, the fortress of the North Korea of Europe under a very brutal dictatorship, and we knocked at the doors of others, and we were welcomed, of course, with many difficulties, but basically we were welcomed. And thirdly, because I think we need to do it also for our children. Our children have to understand that this is the world we live in, and we may not be rich, but we cannot afford to have a short memory.
The Prime Minister also expressed his opinions on Twitter regarding Afghans as our friends in need and emphasizing the values that Albania reflects in terms of hospitality. The 27th of August marks the day when the first group of 121 Afghan refugees arrived in Albania. After receiving medical checkups, they were sent to the city of Durrës. Another plane carrying 150 Afghans arrived in Albania early on Monday. The country is ready to provide permanent shelter to Afghan refugees should they choose to remain in the country, said Rama during an interview with Ben Bulos.
We have been invited to take them temporary, and maybe they'll be able to reach US. But in the meantime, we know that the situation is quite complicated, and with so many people applying for US visa, it may take more than what was said. And in the meantime, we know that for sure we are ready to welcome them to stay more, and if they want to settle in Albania, they can do it.